Let me thank everybody for spending just a little bit of their Tuesday evening with us. Once again, my name is Steve Schultz, and I've got the pleasure of sharing some really interesting information with all of you guys here tonight. And I will start off by saying that the information that I'm going to share with you is going to sound a little bit unbelievable. In fact, it's going to sound a little bit crazy, but I believe the information and the technology that we're going to talk about here tonight can literally change the world. And I know that is a big, bold statement to make because you're sitting here going, really? I just jumped on a Zoom and this guy from Wisconsin is telling us that he's going to be able to change the world with what he's going to say tonight. And you think about that crazy statement, but the Wright brothers were deemed crazy when they said that flight was possible. And Thomas Edison was deemed crazy when he said he was going to put electricity in everybody's home. And everybody said the internet was just a fad and it's never going to last. So craziness, right? It's not all that bad to be crazy because the opposite of crazy is average. And I don't think any of us want to be average. And I'm going to share with you guys some information here tonight that is way above average. I have been in the networking profession for 33 years. And 33 years ago, I was a fifth grade teacher. My wife, Colleen, was a first grade teacher. And we got involved in the networking industry because there was always more month at the end of the money. And I said, listen, we've got to go do something. And we never, ever, ever dreamt that the networking industry would replace our teaching income. We thought it would be a great supplement. Well, we were completely wrong because after a year, Colleen left her teaching position. A year and a half later, I left mine. So we've been doing this now full time for 30 of the 33 years that we've been in. We personally built an organization of more than 200,000 people, and we've made millions of dollars in the process. But the reason I tell you all of that is because the information that I'm going to share with you here tonight is something that I've never seen in our profession. I've never seen it before. And it's one of those things where I wasn't going to miss this. And I don't want you guys to miss it either. And sometimes when we introduce a new technology, not everybody's going to understand it. And sometimes when you don't understand things, you play it off as magic. It's got to be some type of a trick. Well, just because you don't understand something, that doesn't mean that it's not real. And you can benefit from the technology that you don't understand every single day. And a perfect example of that is my phone and your phone. And I'm guessing you guys have one of these within 3 feet of you right now. I have no idea how this phone works, but I use it every single day. Just because I don't understand how it works, that doesn't mean that I can't enjoy the experience of using it every single day. I'm going to jump into an airplane tomorrow, and I have no idea how airplanes work, but it takes me from point A to point B. I don't get it, but I enjoy the experience of airplanes. I jump into my car every single day. Not exactly sure how those things work, but I enjoy the experience of it. And that's what I want to share with you guys here tonight. Just because you might not understand how the technology works, that doesn't mean that you can't enjoy the experience of it every single day. Now, with all of that being said, let me tell you what happened about a year ago. About a year ago, I got a phone call from a gentleman by the name of Jay Dollywall. Now, Jay is the founder of the Super Patch Company, and I had no idea who Jay was, okay? And Jay called me up and he introduced himself and he said, hey, a friend of yours from Toronto told me to give you a call. And I said, who's that friend? And he said, your friend Dan. I said, yes, I know Dan. In fact, Dan's on the Zoom with us here tonight. We were just talking a minute ago. And I said, Jay, what can I do for you? And Jay says, Steve, I want to tell you a little bit about my company, and I want to know if you'd be interested in helping build it. I said, Jay, what do you do? Now, Jay started to explain to me that he invented a little patch. It's 1.5 inches by 1.5 inches. And he said, Steve, there's nothing on this patch. There's no drugs, no stimulants, no supplements, no nothing. There's just a pattern that has ridges on it. And when those ridges touch your skin, the receptors in your skin will send a message to your brain to fix things. And he goes, I can help people with balance, stability, and range of motion. I can help people with sleep issues. I can help people with pain. I can help people deal with stress. I can help people focus. I can help people overcome addiction and get rid of their bad habits. I can help people burn more calories. I can help with overall athletic performance. And you guys, I'm listening to Jay tell me all of this, and I'm literally rolling my eyes. Okay? Because I didn't believe it. I was sitting there saying to myself, seriously, this guy's telling me that all I have to do is put this little patch on my arm and my pain's going to go away? Come on. How is that possible? How can that possibly be true, right? So Jay kept talking a little bit, and I finally cut him off, and I said, Jay, how long have you been doing this? He said, well, research and development for 12 years, but we've been marketing it now for 6. And I said, okay, well, how are you doing so far? And he said, we're off to a good start. And today I've got 6 million customers. And Dan, when he told me that he had 6 million customers, I almost fell off my desk. I said, Jay, you've got 6 million customers? I said, what are you calling me for? And he said, well, like I said, we're off to a good start, but I want to take this to 1 billion people worldwide. I said, okay. Now, as soon as Jay told me that he had 6 million customers, I knew it was a me problem. Okay, think about this. I'm the guy rolling my eyes, and he's got 6 million people that have already used this technology. That's a me problem, right? So I said, Jay, that's wonderful, but I don't get it. He said, can you come to Toronto? I said, yes. So I flew to Toronto, and I met Jay, and I met his corporate staff. And he said, Steve, I want to prove to you how this technology works. And he said, I want to do this little balance test on you. And I'm just going to kind of show you what he did to me. He said, Steve, I want you to stand up, put your feet together, make 2 fists, just put it up by your chest, put your hands up by your chest. And all I'm going to do is push straight down on your hands. And I want you to try to maintain your balance. So I'm ready for him. He pushes down on my hands and he knocks me over with no effort whatsoever. And then he says, okay, stand with your feet shoulder width apart, put your arms down to your side, lock your elbows. And he said, I'm just going to lift up on one of your arms and try to maintain your balance. I'm like, okay, I'm ready this time. So I'm all set to go. He lifts up on one of my arms and he knocks me over with no effort whatsoever. So then he goes, all right, I want you to roll up your sleeve. So I did. And he said, I'm going to put this Liberty patch on your arm. And he said, Steve, there's nothing on this patch. And he showed me no drugs, no stimulants, no supplements, nothing. And he showed me the pattern. I said, okay. So he puts the patch on my arm. I roll back my side, put my sleeve down, and he said, let's redo the balance test. So I stand up, feet together, fist over fist. He pushes down on my hands, and he can't move me. You guys, to the point where I thought it was a trick. I said, Jay, how did you do that? Because he couldn't even budge me. And he goes, put your feet shoulder width apart, put your arms down to your side, lock your elbows. He lifts up on one of my arms, and he can't move me. And I looked at him, I said, Jay, how are you doing this? He goes, take the patch off. So I took the patch off, I laid it on his desk, we redid the balance test, he knocked me right over. I put the patch back on, and he couldn't move me. I said, Jay, what is this? He said, Steve, it's neurotechnology. And I burst out laughing. I said, seriously, now I'm going to go home and have to talk to my friends about brain technology? I said, Jay, how does it work? He gave me this long scientific explanation. I said, Jay, I can't explain that. I don't talk like a neuroscientist. How am I supposed to explain this? He said, here's how you explain it. And this is what he did to me. He said, Steve, I want you to close your eyes and hold out your hand. So I did. And he put a pen in my hand. And he said, what's in your hand right now? I said, it's a pen. He goes, how do you know? Your eyes are closed. How do you know? I said, because I know what a pen feels like. He said, exactly. He said, your skin is sending a message to your brain that says this is a pen. He goes, I could have put anything in your hand and you would have known what it was without looking at it. He said, I've just figured out a way to create a pattern that when it touches your skin, it sends a message to your brain to fix things. And he said, he goes, the patch that you have on your arm right now fixes balance, stability, and range of motion. He goes, I've got one to help people sleep and help people with pain and stress and focus and help people with cognitive decline and burn more calories and to get rid of their bad habits. And I'm listening to him and I just said, so what you're telling me then is that you have a drug-free solution for all of those things? He said, yes. I said, I'm in. I said, I'm in. I said, there is no possible way I'm going to miss this. Why? Because he proved the technology to me. Guys, he made me feel the technology. There was no way that I was going to let this slip by without sharing or helping him share this with the rest of the world. I want you guys to meet Jay. Jay is going to explain how this technology works in 1 minute. Here we go.
Hi everyone, it's Jay with Super Patch. I hope everyone's having a great day. People are always asking me, Jay, how do these super patches work? So today I'm going to give you guys a high-level explanation. So first things first, every physical, emotional, psychological function has a corresponding neurocode in our brains. And these neurocodes, which are just messages, sometimes get stuck or damaged for 1,000,001 reasons, but that leads to poor health, poor wellness, and even poor performance. So after 12 and a half years of research at Super Patch, we actually decoded these messages. We decoded the neural code that can help and control the neurofunction of physical, emotional, and psychological function. So every single Super Patch has a pattern and ridges in it. And when these ridges come in contact with our skin, the patch uses the receptors in and on our skin to send that message to our brain. And the brain decodes it. So every single super patch is generating a very specific signal that's responsible for a physical, emotional, or psychological function. And that's how the super patches work. So all 8 super patches have their unique QR code that's sending a unique message that our brain decodes. And that's why we can help with so many wellness, performance benefits that people are seeing. So till next time, you guys have a great day. Talk to you soon.
Guys, it really is a simple explanation. It's a QR code for our brain. Now, on the wellness side, this is what people are looking for. They're looking for something for pain management, low energy, brain health, cognitive decline, and so on and so on and so on. On the performance side, they're looking for more power, strength, endurance, mobility, agility, and faster recovery times. Where people are getting the results that they're looking for is in the red section here, through drugs and over-the-counter products and surgeries and lifestyle changes. Guys, we live in a world today where it is so accepted that somebody that you trust tells you to take this drug, this drug, this drug, this drug, and then you're going to have to take this drug to offset the effects of that drug. And so many people go, okay. And they think of it as that's just the way it is. It doesn't have to be that way. With the Super Patch Company, it doesn't have to be that way because we can help people with performance needs and wellness needs completely drug-free. It's instant and effective. It's easy to use. It's non-invasive. It's non-reactive. It's child-safe, pregnancy-safe. No change to your diet, no lifestyle changes, and it's affordable, okay? Now, I want you to meet Brandy. Brandy showed up at one of our meetings in Alabama a few months ago, and she had no idea why she was there. And we were going through the same presentation we're going through right now, and she said, I have a really, really hard time going up and down stairs. Will this help? I want you to see how this helped Brandy that particular morning, and it completely changed her life. This video is 1 minute long.
How many years have you had an issue going up and down the stairs?
Since I was 33, I'm 46, so you can do the math, I can't.
13 years.
Thank you.
Go ahead, John. Please be careful. Okay, I'm going to put the Liberty patch on her right now. And she's going to do all of that again.
And by the way, just walking up and down this many times, usually I'm in a lot of pain too, and that's not as bad.
This is her 3rd time doing it. There you go.
It's amazing. Utterly amazing.
It's amazing. Utterly amazing is what she said. When do you think Brandy's going to take that patch off? Never, ever, ever. I see you, Dan, shaking your head going, she's never going to take it off. Why in the world would she ever take that patch off? Now, guys, that is just the beginning because we have a patch for pain to help people deal with pain. We've got one to help people sleep. Over 70 million Americans suffer from chronic sleep problems. Peace. This peace patch will help people deal with stress. We've got one to help people with overall health and blood flow and to build their immune system. I was at a live event in Chicago, And I saw a doctor ask somebody in the audience to volunteer to do a simple blood analysis. And somebody volunteered, and they took that blood analysis and they put it up on the screen so we could all see it. And this is what that analysis looked like. Now, I actually took this picture, all right? This meant nothing to me. And some of you are looking at it going, okay, that's great, Steve. What does that mean? Well, the doctor said, if you look at these red blood cells, not round, they're not full of oxygen, they're all stacked up on top of each other, which leads to poor circulation. Well, they put the defend patch on this young lady, and they waited 30 minutes. They came back and redid the blood analysis, and this was the result. Now, I have no idea what this means right here, you guys, but I want my blood to look like this as opposed to this. The red blood cells are perfectly round. They're full of oxygen. They're all lined up like they just came out of boot camp. And I said after leaving that meeting in Chicago, this is a patch I will never, ever take off my arm because I want my blood to look like that as opposed to that. We have one, Liberty. This is the one that Brandy just demonstrated for us. Flow. This one will help with cognitive decline. Yeah, some of you are like, yeah, I need that one immediately, right? The Victory Patch. This is for overall athletic performance. We have a lot of professional athletes that are using the Victory Patch. Focus. Let's help people focus. Think about kids in school who you just sit back and go, man, they just can't focus anymore. And that's because of social media is why they can't focus. Ignite. With the Ignite Patch, you will burn up to 25% more calories at rest. The average person burns about 2,000 calories a day just living. You put this patch on, you're going to burn on average about 2,500 calories per day. Kick it. Kick all your bad habits. We're going to help people. You figure out what your bad habit is, whether it's drinking or drugs or alcohol or whatever your bad habit is. Kick It can help you overcome those bad habits. And then the Joy Patch, start feeling your best naturally. When you put this patch on, it just seems like the clouds go away and the sun comes out. And I know that sounds absolutely crazy, you guys, but it works. When people say, how does it work? I'm like, I don't know. Hold out your hand. I'm going to put it in it. You tell me what's in your hand right now. That's how it works. Now, when you look at all of our patches here, the packaging is amazing, but the results are even more amazing. When people say, why the super patch and why are you involved, Steve? Well, I believe that this is the greatest breakthrough in health and wellness performance in the past 50 years. And we have no competition. Guys, you think of a better solution than a drug-free solution for pain, or a drug-free solution for cognitive decline, or a drug-free solution to help people overcome stress, or to help people sleep better at night? And the answer is, there's nothing better. There is no better solution. It's 100% drug-free. We have over 1 million people using the patches, and these patches were only officially launched on January 14th of this year. There was another technology that Jay had, same technology here, but he had it in a different form where 6 million people were using it. But now he's been able to put the technology in these patches, and we have over 1 million people using them already. We have clinical studies, peer reviews, written up in medical journals. Nobody has to take our word for it. Look at what these outside agencies are saying about the results of the super patch. All the patches are made in Minneapolis, Minnesota, and we are FDA registered. Okay, we're registered with the FDA. There's a 30-day money-back guarantee, which means that only two things can happen. You're either going to get your life back or you're going to get your money back. Those are the only two things that can happen when you try these super patches, and there's a 95% positive user rating. Now, we need help. If we're going to take this to 1 billion people worldwide, we need help. And if you want to get involved on the income side of what we do, if you want to go out there and share this with other people and get paid to do so, you guys, join us as an associate. Now, if you want to become an associate, it's a whopping $50. I know it sounds ridiculous, but you can get it. You can get started as an associate for $50. What do you get for that? Well, you buy the product at wholesale for life, okay? And you get everything that you need to build a multi-million-dollar organization, which means that all of your personal customers, you're going to get paid a 25% override, and then you can show other people how to do the exact same thing, and they get others who get others who get others, and you get paid a percentage of the volume that's created in your entire organization, paid to an unlimited number of levels. You're also going to get, for $50, $75 worth of our patches, right? You're going to get a 28 pack of the Liberty patch, and you're going to get a 4-pack of the Freedom patch, which is the pain patch. So there's no risk to you whatsoever. When you enroll as an associate, you get a chance to buy the patches at a severe discount, all right? In other words, you can get $360 worth of these patches for $225, or $600 worth of the patches for $375, or $1,320 worth of patches for only $600. That is not mandatory by any means. When you become an associate, you can just pay the $50 if you want to, but you're going to buy the patches anyway, so you might as well get the best discounted price that you can. And these packs or these bundles here, these little kits, these starter kits, are available at enrollment only. So that's all I'm going to say about the income side of it. I want you guys to get together with the person who invited you here tonight, and they can explain a little bit more of how the income side actually works. Now, what I want to do, guys, I want to open this up a little bit. We have got literally thousands of testimonials. We've got a Facebook group that has over 55,000 people in it that are sharing testimonials on a daily basis. Does anybody on the Zoom here tonight want to share a success story about the product, about the income opportunity? Karen, you were the first one with your hand up. Let's jump in here right away. Jump in here, Karen. Go ahead.
Hey, Steve. Well, I just wanted to share something with someone who saw a post that I did on Facebook. And for those who know, I've actually gone through TBI, multiple concussions. These products literally gave me back my life. I am off 12 medications that I was on for years, haven't put a pain med in my body in 6 years. But this gentleman noticed my story and reached out to me. And I'll just give you a little clip of it. Good morning, Karen. I'm a Marine, a 6-time combat veteran, retiring this fall with lasting bumps and bruises, TBI, chronic sleep issues, etc. I ran across your post about your products and your success and was hoping to learn more. He's already ordered. I've already got a message back from him. He used the sample pack. So we got the Freedom, Victory, Rem, and Flow, put them all on. Are you bleep kidding me? I've been on meds for headaches, chronic, and brain scatter for all these years, and these patches helped me in less than a week. I'm ordering more.
Karen, I know you have been with the company for a long time. And the success that you've had with this technology, you don't need any type of presentation. You don't need slides. You don't need Zooms. Your story is your presentation. And I know that you hear these stories over and over and over, but it still amazes you, doesn't it? Don't you still feel like,
absolutely.
Oh my gosh, are you kidding me?
Yeah, it's like you wake up the next morning, it's like, okay, who am I going to help today? And what kind of feedback am I going to get? It's been an amazing 6.5 years, and I'm still having fun.
And we've got a lot of work to do. We're gonna keep sharing it with people. So I love it. Let's see. Who is over here? I know this says Ronald, but you don't look like Ronald at all. Not one bit, Tippy. Tippy, jump in here. Tippy, you are muted. There we go.
Hey, here I am. Hi, Steve.
There.
Hi, everybody.
Hello.
I just have to tell you that these patches are unbelievable. So Ron and I were introduced to them just a little over a year ago. And I do the trifecta, the defend, the focus, and the, defend, flow, and liberty. And then occasionally the freedom. But the results I have seen have been unbelievable. So many years ago, I had liver failure. That was in 2005 from a surgery that went really badly. And I nearly died. So since then, my blood work has been all over the map. Horrible. High liver, high cholesterol, high sugars, high everything. And after just a few months of wearing the Defend patch, my cholesterol went down from 350 to 199. And all my blood work is 100% in the middle of normal. Wow. And yeah, and I live pain-free thanks to the Freedom patch, even though I have severe spinal stenosis, facet joint disease, and also degenerative disc disease. And guess what I do for a living? I'm a fitness professional.
Tiffy, what you do for a living is that you help thousands and thousands of people by spreading the incredible stories and this incredible technology with literally everybody that you come in contact with. So thank you so much for all you do, and our work is not done.
No, it's so
Congratulations.
exciting. Thank
Hey,
you so much.
Vanessa, jump in here.
Hi, thanks, Steve.
Hi, Vanessa.
Hey, so everybody kind of knows that I've got a great testimony about my CRPS and using Victory and Freedom. But I'm also diabetic, and I've been on the low-carb Mediterranean diet, which got my blood sugar levels down over the last couple of years from 14 to 6.1. And last month was my birthday, and I kind of went off the charts with celebrating and eating stuff I knew I wasn't supposed to. And after being gone and knowing that my blood sugar was probably going to spike, I put the Defend patch on. And after 4 months of not seeing my doctor, I went back to get my lab results done. And today, this morning, I had my where she went over my lab results with me. And I expected her to like scold me. It's like, what have you been doing? You're not following your diet like you promised you were going to, blah, blah, blah. I thought I was going to get fired by her. And she's like, congratulations, whatever you're doing, you keep on doing it. And the only thing that I did that was different besides eating more cake was put on that Defend patch. So my blood sugar went down to a 5.8.
Oh my gosh, that is fantastic. So did you tell it? That was funny. You said you thought your doctor was going to fire you.
Yeah, I thought she was going to scold me and send me on my way.
You're on your way. Did you tell your doctor what you've done?
I did. I actually talked to her about it. She's like, send me more information about that. And I was ready. Like I had my cards in there. I actually went somewhere that told me that I should put my cards in her office.
Uh-huh.
And so I had my cards in the car and not in my purse like I was supposed to. So I put them in my purse. I went back over to her office and I dropped them off with her. And I just happened to have my cards with me when I talked to my doctor. I'm like, it's right here.
Oh my God.
So I was
That is
ready.
great news. Congratulations. Thank you so much for sharing.
Thanks for having me.
You got it. Eileen, jump in here. Eileen Schwartz, Arizona.
Hey, Steve. Yeah, Arizona.
Let's
You
go.
betcha. Hey, I went to my cardiologist today. So as you know, back in the end of January, beginning of February, I was to the point where I couldn't even get off my recliner. I couldn't get up. I couldn't move. It was a chore to go to the bathroom. And so I start wearing Liberty, Defend, and Flow. And today, released from the cardiologist, there is no further fluid around the heart. I am good to go, completely released. So I'm excited. This stuff works. I don't care what anybody says. You're never going to convince me it doesn't. So yeah, I'm just super, super happy. No more meds.
And Eileen, I knew your story before the super patches.
Yeah.
And to see how you are today versus back then, it makes me just smile. It just makes you smile. And it's like, how can you not share that with everybody that you come in contact with?
Oh, I've been patching everyone. I patched an appraiser at an appraisal on a house the other day. I patched my doctors. I patched my foot doctor, my regular doctor. I brought her all the paperwork on it. I mean, yeah, I'm patching everyone everywhere I go.
And listen, you guys, as far as the income side of this is concerned, because the stories are amazing, okay? And so if you can get this video and share this video and the testimonials with people, it's like, these are real people. Like, I had no idea who was going to share any stories or anything here tonight. We just fly by the seat of our pants on these Zooms because I always know that there's going to be somebody with a positive success story. But it's so easy to talk about. This technology is so easy to talk about because when Eileen says, I patch everybody. Now, what does that mean? That means she did that demo. The same demonstration that Jay did on me, you can do. And that's how we prove the technology. And you guys, it works 100% of the time with 100% of the people. And so you can prove to them that the technology works. And then people go, oh my gosh, if it works that well for my balance and my stability, I can't imagine how it's gonna help me sleep or deal with my pain or my stress at work, or I can't focus at work. It's like, yeah, we've got a patch for that. And that's what we're talking about on this Zoom here tonight, you guys. It's $50 to help us spread the word. And Jay, the owner of the company, will pay you a ridiculous amount of money for simply sharing this with the people that you care about the most. We're not spending any money in advertising. It's all done through people like us. And this is how it will spread around the world the quickest, because people will do business and they'll listen to people who they know, like, and trust. And we all have a group of people that know, like, and trust us. And those people have people that they have that know, like, and trust them, and so on and so on and so on. And guys, this thing is spreading around the world very, very quickly. Up until about 2 weeks ago, we could only do business in the United States, Canada, and the United Kingdom. Today, we can do business in the United States, Canada, United Kingdom, and 7 countries in Europe. I'm not going to read them all off, but we will be in 28 countries in Europe, which is all of the EU, right? Which will be there by the end of this month. And what's the date today, you guys? Today is what? The 16th. So in just a couple of weeks, we'll be in all of Europe sharing this technology with people over there as well, because people around the world need to know what this technology is all about. So with that, you guys, I promised I'd get you in and out of here in about 30 minutes. I want you to get together with the person who invited you here tonight, get all of your questions answered. Do not go to sleep tonight with a question. There's not a single question that we don't have an answer to. And if you're joining us here tonight, which I know you are, guys, let me be the first to welcome you to the Super Patch Company. Thanks, everybody. Thanks for sharing, everyone.